Lashley's all you need. Lashley's all you need. Lashley's all you need. No more lies and more promises. Right, just less and true. Just can't take no more. So get on board. Smoky on with your boy. We don't sport your head to right on the town. Stephen Lashley is the man for me. Stephen Lashley is the man, but he loves all the ceremony. Stephen Lashley is the man for me. Stephen Lashley is the man, but he loves all the ceremony. Stephen Lashley is the man for me. We got one Stephen Lashley in the house of assembly.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I want to say thank you to Bobby for those sterling comments. Comrade Leader David Thompson, our next Prime Minister. My colleagues and all of Silver Hill and the entire Christchurch West Central, I bring you greetings and welcome you tonight. I want firstly to give thanks to Almighty God for being here and giving me the opportunity to speak to you tonight. I also want to thank my family members for being here, my wife Deborah, my children, my brothers and sisters for being here supporting me. I also want to give a special thank you to my wife because about 2.5 years ago I asked her about my involvement in politics, and I asked her to share me with you, and she agreed. So here I am. I want to thank my entire campaign management team and the branch for having the confidence in me and in supporting me. Tonight, I stand before you willing, able, and ready to represent you and to offer you representation based on achievable and realistic goals and based on a solid relationship and a solid partnership between you and I. And unlike persons on the other side, in the other party, you will not have to doubt my loyalty to this party. You will not find me being the leader of this party today and crossing the floor the next day unrepentant and not going back to the people for a mandate. That is not my style. I stand firmly tonight in support of the philosophy of the Democratic Labour Party. And as the candidate for this constituency, I stand boldly and unrepentantly in support of David Thompson. And I have no doubt in his capacity and in his competence to lead this country. And I believe he will do so with the help of Almighty God. Tonight, I am leveling an accusation against the entire Barbados Labour Party government, and in particular against the representative of this constituency. I am charging them with gross dereliction of duty, gross disregard for you in this constituency. And I don't want to stop there. I want to point to specific examples. But in my criticisms of the person who appears to represent you, I want to show you that there's a better way. When I started my canvass of this constituency, I set myself a target of visiting every single household in this constituency. And I did so with the clear intention of soliciting your support and also getting your ideas, because I believe that in putting together a development plan for this constituency, that you should be the main architects of that plan. Your responses to me have been encouraging, and I want to thank each and every one of you for your openness. But I was not prepared for what you had to say to me about the kind of disappointment, the letdown by the current representative. You told me you don't see him. Some of you don't even know who he is. He has been a gross disappointment and a failure. And I discovered through you that both himself and Owen Arthur, over the past 14 years, have had a strategy of making appearances only at election time. A clear insult to your intelligence. I want to say to the person who is supposed to represent this constituency tonight, because I read some very interesting information about him. 5 years ago, he demanded a public apology from the Prime Minister for referring to him, or to referring to something he said as being silly. He told off both Glenn Clark and the Prime Minister for their failure to support him to acquire 25 acres of land at Kendall Hill. Interestingly enough, this government was very willing to support a rich businessman who came to Barbados on promises to build a water park at Graham Hall. Well, they were willing to support him in a project that would have destroyed the Graham Hall swamp and create hazard on your health. They were not willing to support a housing venture at Kendall Hill that would have meant housing for you and your children. And you have to know what this government is all about. They are about rich investors and foreign investment, but not about you. They do not have your interests at heart. And I wonder tonight if Ejil still wants to have that apology from Owen Arthur. Because he was quoted in the Nation newspaper of March the 25th, 2002 as saying that he thought something was wrong with Owen Arthur. I wanted to know if he still believes that something is wrong with him.